Ninja Nick here with 420 Gamer TV, bringing you another gameplay video of Diablo 3. And in this one, what we're going to be doing is doing a relationship talk video. Now, this one, ladies and gentlemen, is dealing with rejection. How do you deal with it? How do you handle being rejected by the person that you like or liked and or have had a huge crush on? And, they've kind of let you know that there's no way it's happening, kind of like thing. You know what I mean? Well, deal with rejection sucks nuts. And before we even get this started, truly, there's gotta be a smoking video. So, just to let y'all know, there's gonna be smoking.
Just a taste.
Dead and fallen. Now, how do you deal with rejection? How do you deal with being rejected by the person you like? Well, you kind of don't. Well, at least you do, but then you don't. And this is what I'm going to do. Now, like I said, you just deal with it. Okay? You accept it, and then you move on. Now, that's a lot harder than saying it. Trust me. Because, you just can't feel that way for them no more. You can't do it. You probably want to, which makes the pain easier to deal with and tolerate, and it goes way a lot faster. But, at the same time, realistically, for most people, that don't happen. Me, it's pretty fucking easy for me to get over, being rejected by someone. Now, do I like being rejected? Fuck no. One, it's embarrassing and it sucks. Two, it makes you feel like you're a fucking idiot. Because you sat there, you built up emotions and feelings and, you probably, maybe you did a lot of shit, right? Maybe you did a lot of stuff for this specific person, and in a way, you feel like now, because of all that you did, you feel like you got taken advantage of. And actually, if the person, knew how you felt about them, like they knew that you liked them a lot and how you felt and everything else, well then they did take advantage of you, straight up. They took advantage. Because they knew how you felt. And they knew that, the way you felt, they can get you to do whatever they wanted. And that's happened to me before. So if that's happened to you or happening to you right now, take note of it and get rid of them because they are using you. Okay? And that's the only reason why they're keeping you around, other than the fact that you're choosing to stay around. And, when you get rejected by someone, one of the best things for you to do quite literally, the thing that actually helps you the most is, I wouldn't say kicking the person who rejected you out of your life, but more of dwindling the amount of time you choose to give to this person. Because probably at one time before, you probably gave this person a lot of your time. Well, now you're probably realizing that that was probably a huge mistake doing so, because you weren't expecting them to just up and go, you know what, well, guess what, I don't like you no more. Or, well, sorry, but I never had feelings for you, and shit like that. Like, well, fuck that noise, you know what I mean?
Need more time.
And I mean, if that's the case, definitely get rid of them, because you are just torturing yourself. They're keeping you around to just get stuff from you. To get help, money, whatever may be the case that you're doing for them, that's the only reason why they keep you the fuck around. Sorry to be blunt, sorry to sound mean, but that's the truth. Now, moving on, from how you feel about someone to a whole new person is a lot harder than, to do than actually just say. But at the same time, the best way to do it is just to go out and meet people. When you go out and meet people, you might find someone who, you know, seems more compatible for you than, you know, the previous person that you had feelings for. Just mainly because maybe, hey, this person seems to have more in common with you. Because lots of people tend to make them one massive major mistake of doing so, and they forget that, you know, hey, you know, you kind of have to have something in common with the person that you're with. Because if you don't, then, you know, you're going to be spending a lot of time with a very, very boring person that you tend not to get along with too much. And I don't know about you, but that's not too fucking smart.
You filth. Not enough hatred. My pack is full.
Oh, really? I'm full of shit already? Yep. Wait, did I accomplish this mission? No way. Oh, hell yeah.
A lovely piece.
$350 out of 500. I need to start combining gems, because I bet I got a lot of gems. But yeah, dealing with rejection's not fun, because the way you feel and everything else really sucks, because, you know, your emotions are, I wouldn't say being played with, because that's not what's happening, but, you know, you feel that way. And, you know, feeling that way sucks. You don't like to feel that way. No one does. That shit really does suck. Now, you know, like I was saying, one of the best ways to actually get over the feelings and emotions like that is just simply by moving on, finding someone else, you know, to focus on, you know, finding a hobby, getting a hobby, maybe fucking, just hanging out with your friends. Do something other than dwindle on your emotions and feelings for that person that you had, okay? Because you're just gonna torture the living fucking shit out of yourself if you don't. Straight up. Trust me, you ain't gonna be happy. Cursed mill, huh?
All the things than the book's location.
Now, there's not very much else you could actually do to help make you feel better, quite literally. Other than, like I said, accepting what happened, understanding why it happened, and, you know, why it didn't work. You know what I mean? And for the most part, it's not your fault. Don't sit there and possibly blame yourself for something that you literally had nothing to do with. It wasn't you. You didn't do it. It was the person who fucking decided to pretty much not share their feelings or emotions for you when they should have. Because if you're a lot like I am, and, you know, you're the kind of person who's like, no bullshit, you'd rather have them know, and, you know, it not be awkward, because you're not going to make it awkward, but they just might. So keep that in mind, okay? But one of the best things to do when it comes to rejection and or the fear of rejection is just get the shit out of the way. You know what I mean? Like, pull the band-aid off kind of like thing. Get the tape off. You probably know exactly what I mean. And I mean, you know, it makes sense. The sooner they know and the sooner you know, the better. Meaning, the sooner they know how you feel, the better. The sooner you know how they feel about you, the better. And the reason for that is, one, Now there's no more that like supposed or actual awkward emotion, awkward feelings, because sometimes people do make it awkward. Sometimes people do just go like, oh yeah, maybe we shouldn't have done this. Maybe because now, one person's all looking at it like, well, we kind of just fucked up the friendship. It's like, no, you didn't fuck up a friendship. Only way that happens is if one of the two people are super immature and they can't get past the fact that, they know that the person that, they're hanging out with at one point in time had feelings and emotions for them. I mean, is it really that hard or far-fetched to think that, someone can get over some feelings and emotions and or deal with it? I mean, there's plenty of people who can deal with, being turned down. There's plenty of people who are okay with it. Maybe not like okay. They still hurt and they're still in pain about it all. But the thing is, it's like, you gotta just understand that, there is gonna be, hurt feelings. There is gonna be, just all sorts of stuff. But at the same time, you might run into someone who's completely and totally immature or mature and perfectly understanding on the whole situation of knowing the fact that, feelings might just not be reciprocated. It happens. It quite literally fucking happens. There are tons of people who will have feelings and emotions for someone and it doesn't work the fuck out because, one person might not want to ruin a friendship. One person might not want to ruin, the place they live because maybe the person that likes them is a roommate or some shit. All sorts of weird shit could happen to the point where you're like, oh crap.
They will run when they see us. What so?
Well, he has a new bow. Okay, so nothing new for you, so switch back to the girl. Not you. The girl. Yeah, nothing like I thought. Cool. Yeah, that's 2 down. But as long as you don't make it awkward, it shouldn't be that bad. Like I said, there's no promises about the person you're with not making it awkward. Because they just might make it awkward. They just might make it awkward as shit. So, just kind of keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Because shit happens, quite literally. And you'll be amazed on like some of the just like very unstable people who are like just emotional, like just wrecks. And I mean, there's a lot of them. You'd be amazed on how many people are just like just emotionally detached and or fucked up emotionally to the point to where like they can't have a regular fucking relationship. So, the fuck cat. So that's where, their fear of maybe, possibly dating you would, ruin something good.
Not enough hatred. Sweet revenge.
Okay, 1 of 5. Oh, so it actually takes me to those things. Okay. was just taking me to like a main one or nothing. There's one right over this way, and there's two that way, so let's go this way first, because there's only one. So far. It's like, booyah, bitches, what's up? But yeah, you know, just try not to make it awkward. And, you know, if the awkwardness happens, just kind of roll with it, see what ends up happening. If, you know, they can't get over it, then, you know, sorry to say, but you lost that person in your life. And that kind of stuff will happen, so don't be too surprised on it.
And the fields surrounding it have been resettled over the years. The highlands remain empty, save for
And
the crumbling
the thing
ruins
about
of
it is, people
Leoric's
come
old
and go all the
outposts.
time.
I need more
The king
hatred
built
to
more
do
than
that.
one watchtower in his paranoia, but now they cannot even ward away goatmen and wild beasts. A tragedy, really.
You want more?
That's right, I fucking win, bitches. What's that? Okay, that's 2 down, 3 more to go. And I know where 2 of them are. Now, you know, when it comes to accepting rejection, that is gonna be kind of like the whole like, oh shit, like feeling, you know what I mean? You're gonna be like, holy crap, this sucks. Like you're gonna be upset, you're gonna be unhappy, you're like, yeah, this just sucks. Like the person I like a lot doesn't like me, and you're just sitting there and you're, you know, wondering why, and you know, there might not just be a reason why, truthfully. I mean, they might have a particular reason, but at the same time, it might just be like, oh well, you know, I just don't want to, you know, ruin, like, because here it comes back to the, like, ruining anything. It's like, you know, you can only ruin something if you truly want to. So I mean, if you don't want to ruin something, it's not hard to sit there and just, you know, like, listen to each other and agree with each other and talk to each other. Because that's something people just don't fucking do.
The local Khazra tribes have become a serious threat. They attack caravans and are moving into areas where they haven't been seen before. We need you to take care of this problem for us. We'll
That's right,
pay
fuck you, bitches.
25 gold pieces for every Khazra head you bring back.
Y'all.
My hatred is too low.
So I need 2 more. Fuck you, tree. Yeah, try bitches.
Vengeance!
But, you know, just dealing with it is going to be really hard. Mainly because, you know, you're going to be sitting there, you know, just always constantly thinking about, you know, what you might have did wrong. Don't think you did anything wrong. They might have did something wrong. And or they did do something wrong and they just don't want to own up to it. Because they can't. Because it's too fucking difficult. But you know what I say to that? Fuck that. Nothing's too difficult unless you make it difficult. Now, like I was saying, being rejected is not fun. It sucks. It's like one of the worst things ever to happen to somebody. Because, you know, several things happen with rejection. you know, you're not just finding
need more
out that, you know, a
hatred to
person
do
that you
that.
like doesn't like you back, but you're also possibly, more than likely, losing a friend. Just because you decided to share how you feel, and they might not be okay with the fact that you feel that way. Because they're never gonna feel the way for you that you feel for them. And, you know, like I said before, if you're a lot like me, then, you know, you can understand and respect that, and, you know, not hold that against them for, you know, understanding and knowing what they want out of life. Out of life.
Still waiting.
Right, cocksucker. That's right, level 40.
I learned much from that.
Yeah, wild go man, fuck you. Fuck you, tree.
I need to go back.
Okay, nothing. Nothing.
Brand new goods you might be interested in.
Nothing. Okay. Back to her. No.
It is always
Her.
wonderful to see you.
Guess let's go to you real quick.
How did you let John trap you as he did? You don't seem that stupid.
For once you are right. I was a fool. I saw the signs that he was falling for
Go.
me, but I had admired him for so long.
You did not think it was
Ooh,
possible.
yeah.
I did not
Made a substantial amount of money, kind of.
know.
Got some more stuff. Went up a couple Paragon levels. 1, 2, 2, 2. I might want to wait to get one more point. I got 2 in defense, so go with resist all. Life regeneration per second would be good. Oh, whoops. Area damage, life per hit, gold find, resource cost reduction. Let's go movement speed. There we go. Paragon level 40. That's pretty fucking awesome. But anyways, I think I might just be calling it a video. That's pretty much, you know, that's the best advice I can give you about dealing with rejection, is just accept it, move on, and the best ways to move on is, you know, one, understanding why, which means just ask questions, and if they don't want to really talk about it, then just accept that, and then from that point in time, find something or someone to focus your time on to help kind of get your mind off of that person, which then one day you'll find that, you know, it's been quite some time since you actually thought or talked to that person. So, you know, keep certain things in mind and always remember that, you know, it's not your fault. It's not. Unless, like, you're like some kind of like cheating, lying piece of shit, then yeah, it's yours. But if it's not, you're not one of those people, then, you know, try to think as positive as possible. You know, you will find somebody eventually. Eventually. Now, will you be rejected? Yes, you will be. But, you know what? Like I said, you can't know for sure unless you're willing to make that jump. Whether you're a guy or a girl, you have to be willing to make that jump. If the person you're talking to seems like they either are just as shy as you or not interested, then gotta confirm it. Ask, and once you know, move on. Get it done and over with. But that's it. I hope everyone enjoyed it. I hope everyone has a great day, a great night, a great evening, all that great shit. You know exactly what I mean. Catch me for my next one. Later, guys.